Peterbot once again won FNCS, so therefore we were to cover his updated Fortnite in-game settings, his brand new Fortnite gaming setup, and even small details like his mouse grip style and everything which gives him a competitive advantage. Speaking of a competitive advantage, you know what gives you as well one? No ping. Are you currently struggling with super high ping in all of your favorite games? This is exactly where no ping is coming in clutch. No ping is going to help you to pick the best DNS servers in your near to make sure that you have the least amount of ping. All you have to do is select your favorite game and it's going to show you all these servers which are available in your near. Now all you have to do is pick the one with the least amount of MS and you're gonna get the most secure and best connection to these game servers. On top of that, the brand new improved version of the no ping client has some of the best FPS tweaks which are all approved and well tested, built directly into the client. And with my link in the video description you can try it out for absolutely free. So therefore make sure that you check it out right now and elevate your gaming experience. First of all, let's cover Peterbot's mouse grip style. Many people have been asking me about this and we here right now have a very high resolution picture where we can see Peterbot's entire setup as of right now, and we also have a very good shot of how he actually holds his mouse. If we're going to take a look at this quick demonstration, we can see that he's definitely playing a claw grip. And to showcase you this even better, I made myself a small 3D model so that you can understand how Peterbot grips his mouse a little bit easier. We can see that his pointer finger is resting on the left click, while his middle finger is resting on scroll wheel. And then the ring finger is basically resting on the right click. Just in case if you guys were wondering how Peterbot is holding his mouse, there you go. I even found another clip where Peterbot is explaining exactly how he positions his hands on his keyboard. So therefore I'm not even gonna try to explain it, just listen to Peterbot.
What do you click with the middle finger? I keep my regular fingers how they are until I start fighting, and then I like rotate them to a different spot. Like right now my fingers are normal, but like once I start fighting, I like rotate my fingers like this. I can put my ring finger on it. But like when I'm just moving, I keep it normal.
And if you own a Hall effect keyboard like most Fortnite pros right now, there's a small trick which Peterbot utilizes which helps him to be way more consistent with edits. As an example now, I'm gonna open here my SteelSeries software and go under my Apex Pro TKL. Now once we're in here, we're gonna head over to actuation, and there you can now see guys that all of my keys which I've set right now here on my Apex Pro are set to 0.2 millimeters. Now what Peterbot actually does is he's playing on 0.4. And if you guys are right now confused and asking yourself, okay, why does he not play on the lowest? What he does actually instead is just select his editing bind, which is actually G, and then he only changes that one to 0.1. This is exactly how Peterbot is setting up his keyboard, and he explained this multiple times that having your whole entire keyboard on the lowest actuation point just simply messes up your edits, your movement, or could simply lead to misclicking your keys. And especially while playing tournaments or playing ranked, you don't want this to happen. So what he does actually instead is only set his editing key to the lowest one. What I could recommend you as well is go maybe for your editing binds, whichever you guys are using. For me it would be Q and C, and put these here to 0.1 as well. So therefore only put the most important ones which you guys are utilizing to the lowest actuation, so that you don't mess up the rest. Another interesting fact about Peterbot's setup is that he's actually utilizing, as it seems here, a wrist rest. From one of his latest LANs we can see that Peterbot is actually using his phone as a wrist rest whenever he's on LANs, and also in other instances we can see that he's actually using a wrist rest from the Apex Pro directly. Which is interesting to see because I don't think there are actually many pros out there who are utilizing a wrist rest. You know, most of them are anyways using like a slick 60% keyboard and they're trying to make it look as minimalistic as possible. And considering that he already has a desk pad, it's maybe not super necessary, but I'm just gonna include it here as well. Peterbot also just revealed in a live stream that turning off net debug stats and latency debug stats actually should increase your FPS in Fortnite, or at least make it somehow feel smoother. This is at least what he stated once in a live stream, and we can also see him turning this actually off. But if it's true or not, I mean, he's Peterbot and he recommends it, so therefore I'm just gonna put it in this video. Now in this next step guys, we're about to cover the best Nvidia profile inspector settings, because of course Peterbot is also using the most optimal ones, and I created your identical profile which you can get directly from my discord.gg/lostraps guys. All you have to do is join and basically go under performance packs, or you can also search it up here on the top bar, you know, just simply type in the performance until you can find it, and then I'm gonna post it in this channel here guys. In there then now you're gonna find my Lostrapes 2025 competitive profile, and all you gotta do then is search up the Nvidia profile inspector on Google and click under the first link. Then we're gonna see the latest version which is here on the top, just simply click onto it as well, and then you can find the Nvidia profile inspector zip file. All we have to do then is drag the Nvidia profile inspector exe onto your desktop. And then once you get the profile and the Nvidia inspector exe, all you gotta do is double click and launch the Nvidia profile inspector. Then we're gonna click into profiles on the top and just simply type in there Fortnite until it's fully selected here in green. and then you can see import user defined profiles. Click onto it, and then all we got to do is select the Straps 2025 competitive profile and click on open. Now you can see profile successfully imported, and now you have all of the best settings already for the least amount of input delay and maximum FPS in Fortnite. And now all you have to do is click on apply changes and everything is good to go. Then we can close this, and you already now have the best Nvidia profile inspector settings like Peterbot. Now let's cover his setup and keybinds. Peterbot is using the Logitech G Pro Superlight 2 set to 1000Hz polling rate. This is a really popular esports mouse and used by many Fortnite pros. The reason it's set to 1000 and not the maximum is probably that more than 1000Hz can still cause stutter. Therefore you can see no pros actually utilizing 4 or even 8000Hz mice. For his Sens he's playing on 800 dpi at 6.4% X and Y sense and 45% targeting and scope sense. Then for his keyboard, Pete is using the Apex Reticle 2019 version. And right now you can see all of Peterbot's keybinds. His main build binds are his wall on T, floor on Y, stairs on F and roof on V. You can see that for his build and editing bind he's using G and mouse wheel down for scroll wheel reset. He has in fact confirm edit on release enabled, and his weapon binds are just simply 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and actually kinda uncommon, his pickaxe is on mouse button 4. Besides that, Peterbot is also using the Zoe XL 2566K 360Hz monitor, one of the most popular right now for esports, and he's also using the HyperX Cloud Free headphones, which is a very nice pair with true 7.1 surround sound, and of course the GameSense Radar Benji Fishy mousepad. Peterbot has been using this for years literally right now, and it seems like he's a huge fan of it. Then for his main gaming PC, Peterbot is playing on an Intel Core i9 13900K paired with an Nvidia GeForce RTX 4090 as well as 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM, providing him with all the power which he needs to play Fortnite at 240Hz. And now let's cover his in-game video settings. We can first of all see that Peterbot is playing on windowed full screen. I know many pros do this because they maybe use a custom crosshair, but Peterbot is playing on default one, so therefore I don't really know why. His resolution is set to 1920x1080, VSync is turned off, and his frame rate is capped to 240 FPS. This is a very special reason, because anything higher like 360Hz, 500Hz or even 600Hz are way too unstable, especially in FNCS lobbies or any tournaments. Therefore many Fortnite pros are playing on 240Hz. Then for his rendering mode, he's of course using performance mode. Next up we can see for his graphics settings that his brightness is set to 125%, user interface contrast in 1x, colorblind mode completely turned off, and user interface parallax turned on. Then for his graphics quality setting, his 3D resolution is set to 100%, his viewing distance on near, which literally does make sense because that's actually quite a huge competitive disadvantage. You can see items super far, but I mean he's Peterbot, you know what I'm saying. Textures are on low and meshes are on low as well. Then for his reticle and damage feedback settings, you can see that his damage numbers are scaled to 125%, so the highest in Fortnite, and then his HUD scale is set to 63%. Guys, these are all of Peterbot's latest settings and setup here for 2025. And I would highly recommend you to check out both videos which are right now on screen since they're super beneficial for your Fortnite experience.